Let's learn music theory with David Dressler. Let's learn music theory with Cantor P. Let's learn music theory with Cantor Dressler. And we can compose. We'll write 1,000,000 songs, maybe a gazillion songs with the Cantor. And I like to do And if you want to write a piece of pure music or something for little children, it's like... Let's get back to the next notch in the cycle of fifths. Now, our first scale was C major. Second scale was G major. Now we got to go up a fifth from G. You see on the keyboard where there are 2 donkey ears? That's because the note in between them is a D. Notice we went from C to G. That's called a fifth. It's like do, re, mi, fa, sol. We count differently. Here you do count the first note. C, D, E, F, G is 5 notes. We're not counting half steps, so we count differently. These are steps of the scale. So 1 through 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So C to G was a fifth. Now we need to count another fifth because it's a cycle of fifths on that clock, on the cycle of fifths. In Hebrew, we call it Ma'agal HaKvintot. Oh my God, help! We are back on track. I do have a teeny bit of ADD, but I've conquered it for God's sakes. So we're going from G to D. G, A, B, C, D. We're counting all 5. G, A, B, C, D. Let's show you on the keyboard. So we're just planning where we're going to start the next scale at. With that, we are up to D major. We're going to build D major using that same do, whole step, half, whole step, half technique. So here's our first note. We could say root, whole step, half. Now we had that F sharp from the last G major scale. We're keeping that in the ball game now. Whole step, and then half. And don't forget, between 3 and 4 is a half step. Great, we're halfway there. Now we need 3 more whole steps. Right? Because from here, you skip G sharp to A because that's the half step. And that's the whole step. From G to A is a whole step. A to B is a whole step. Now, we've only had 1 sharp so far. Now we need another black note, and we gotta get to D. D! Doesn't sound right, does it? I think we need a T, do. Now I've played some chords to harmonize that note. Don't let that distract you. We just played a D major scale. Yes, music theory is like an entree into composition. We've just done the second scale that has a black note in it. So C major, no black notes whatsoever. It's purely white. And if you want to write a piece of pure music or something for little children, it's like... throw in an A flat chord, then you got to get to the next level. So let's keep it pure. C major, G major had 1 black note in it, D major had 2 black notes. So where does that fall in the cycle of fifths? Where does that fall on your clock? It's right in your kitchen. Music theory is hovering over you. It's like coming to haunt you, okay? Music theory is haunting you. In the middle of the night, you go up for your ice cream or whatever the blankety blank you're shooting for in the fridge or in the freezer, and there's the clock. Music theory is like haunting you all night. All right, little ADD moment there. We are moving back to D major, dog major, 2 black notes, okay? How do we get to the next note? I think we should go to the next video for that one. We don't want to overwhelm you. You've done great. You've got basically 3 out of 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1, 2, 3. You're like a quarter of the way there, right? Then you have A is a fifth from D, A, E, B. Yeah. We're a quarter of the way there. So why don't we stop right there? You gotta know right now you got a music theory teacher here. Click on the like, click on that subscribe button. You know the routine. Come on. I don't mean to be over the top. ADD. Come on. If we would analyze ADD for everybody who's in the music theory business, probably become a gazillionaire. Anyway, thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting. I hear that also helps. So it's really nice to meet all of you. This is a new journey for me doing music theory. We're going to take you to the top, and hopefully we'll get you to compose and all kinds of things. So let's just go back to the keyboard for one more minute and make sure we've got all those scales down. All right. So once again, C major. Half step between E and F, half step between B and C. Jump up 5 notes to our next scale, which is G major. Half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half. Remember, do, whole step, half, whole step, whole step, whole step, half. Now from G, we go to a D major scale. It's the same D, I'm just plopping down the octave. Whole step, so it's do, whole step, half, whole step, whole step, whole step, half. We've done 3 scales. So for next time, we're going to go from D major, so we have C, G, D, and we're going to go up to A major. So the next lesson, we're going to work on the A major scale. Let me know if you could figure out that A major scale. Comment below. Once again, pleasure to meet everybody. See you in the next video. Ciao. Maybe you'd like a song. Love that chord. French augmented. It's all possible once you know what you're doing with music theory, eh? See you in the next video. Goodbye already.